Like I said, I listened carefully, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, about the rejoinder of the Honorable Leader of Opposition. And to show the seriousness of government, we had the courtesy even to listen to the new things he brought in his rejoinder, because we take seriously the matter of human rights. That said, I want to still maintain, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, and stick to our response, which was honest, elaborate, and detailed. And it even left avenues for remedy for those who felt unsatisfied by that response, in anticipation. And those remedies are known to the law. Lope said that time, and I quote, he asked whether we feel pain and are alive, and if we feel for others and are human. I want to restate here that we are both and even more. We do, however, even have the obligation as government to protect and preserve human rights as enjoined by the Constitution of Uganda. In other words, it is our call. If I may, my colleagues will help on specifics, but I'll hazard some response on some of the issues raised in my response. Government didn't conceal anything. We even gave more. You remember, Leader of Opposition talked about, for example, only 21 fatalities. Government gave all the 56 people who lost their lives. Is that not consistent with a government that wants to account? He didn't talk about injured persons. We revealed that there were people who were injured. Is that consistent with someone who wants to conceal the truth? And I even beg the question of the logic of mentioning only 21 people. Were those only party members of NUP? And the rest didn't matter? Only he can answer. So government, in short, volunteered this information to demonstrate accountability. He didn't mention about the destruction in the riots and those responsible who were arrested, many tried and convicted, others released, and others on bail. That too is accountability. In some, accountability shouldn't be selective. It must be honest and total. On the vehicles, we gave our all, which was sufficient. In particular, about the two identifiable ones, we even identified the driver of the police vehicle. Regarding the girl who died, there was no attempt at all to cover up. What better accountability can we give? Fishing communities and related matters of pre-trial detention, explanations were given. In a nutshell, I want to say, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, that it is the right of any aggrieved person to invoke the many remedies under the law if they are not sufficiently convinced by what government does, like in this instance, our colleagues on the other side. But I want to pledge that we shall continue to fulfill our obligation to address misconduct within law enforcement and security agencies, be they related to some of the hanging issues here or others that may arise. It is our calling and duty to do so to ensure the safety and security of Ugandans. I beg to submit, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable General, there is an issue that was raised on persons being detained without trial. We want a government commitment that you're going to make a follow-up. Make a follow-up. Yes. I mean, make a follow-up and see what can be done.
Right, Honorable Speaker, we shall verify, and if found true, take appropriate action.
Yes.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, at the beginning in your preamble,
I thought I was going to get murdered. You gave me a list.
No, I wrote on a procedure, Madam, with your indulgence. When you ask the minister to make a commitment on the people severally in detention without trial for several years, my understanding was that the minister was going to raise and commit with time frames, because the minister is not only aware of the names, the numbers, and where they are detained, he's actually responsible for where they are and their conditions. Honourable Speaker, I find it difficult and very compelling that I should listen to the minister at this level with that kind of tone. Right, Honourable Speaker, are we making headway?
Which tone do you want him to use?
Right, Honourable Speaker,
maybe that's how he speaks.
Yeah, sure. The minister came here aware of people detained without trial for more than 2 and 3 years, respectively. He is also aware of the fact that the state has failed to prosecute them. Right, Honourable Speaker.
Honourable.
Without being clear on time frames and action, can Parliament debate in generalities?
Honourable Law, let's debate on this issue. I will make decisions. Okay? I'll make a ruling.
Madam Speaker, the law in its conclusion invited the House to rise to the occasion. I am rising to the occasion, first of all, to say the following. One is to thank you, Lop, because this has been a journey. And from a long list, we came to 18. This statement on page 4, the law made a choice to highlight some of the cases that clearly indicate glaring contradictions. And Right Honourable Speaker, I want to restrict my submission on the written text of the rejoinder. Parliament, as the temple of legislation, is a house of record. And our record must be consistent, in my humble opinion, not full of contradictions. This is the rejoinder, to me, in a layman language, a response to the statement by the minister. I wish to start, and also I am going to raise glaring contradictions, because they are. On page 7, under the name Semudu Michael Jackson, on the attachment that were laid on table, there exists a photocopy of the national ID of one Semudu Michael Jackson. And I want to confirm that the national ID is indeed a true record of Semudu Michael Jackson. However, on the list that was submitted earlier on, where the minister made a response, under the name Semudu Michael Jackson, These are now contradictions I'm also raising. The reference number given by the same source was KMG GEF 460 of 2023. The rejoinder, the same name Semudu Michael Jackson, has now a different reference number. The reference number is SDREF 84 26 11 2020. The source is the statement. It is here contained on page 7. And this is Annex F of what the minister laid on table the other day. That said, Right Honorable Speaker, I wish to move to Mr. Wangolo Dennis on page number 6. And the reason why I started with this because the leader of opposition chose an evidence-based submission, especially on the 4. And this is an evidence-based parliament. On page number 6, under the case of Wangolo Dennis, the leader of opposition in his rejoinder...
Yes, procedure.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, earlier on, you kind of showed us guidance by appreciating the Honorable Katuntu for coming up with solutions. Right Honorable Speaker, the Chief Whip is before us here, talking about matters that are going to raise tempers further. Right Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, we had reached a level of giving solutions, and I remember the Honorable Segona was advised to go to solutions. Can the government chief whip do not take us back? Because we have those arguments. You have to tell us, go to the level of solutions. Give us the solutions. How do we end this? That's all we are waiting for. Madam Speaker, are we proceeding well with the chief whip taking us back to peripherals when we had made the steps? Otherwise, all of us can go into those small arguments.
Honorable members, I loved how calm the House, and I want to appreciate Katuntu, Honorable Katuntu. He put a House in a calm position, and we should have finished this issue. Honorable members, and I told you people, let's not open the Pandora box. Let's not, because they are there. Let's not open the Pandora box. Now you've seen what this side is also bringing. Now we're on ping pong. Ping pong. Wait. He's not lying. Honorable members, if you want to make a noise, Nansana is not very far. You get it, eh? Let's agree. You know, we already have solutions to this. Because for me, I would put each and every item, every prayer to vote. And we conclude on this. The issue of detaining people without trial is something which was even said is not anything to be discussed. It is not correct. Honorable members, I want us to start with that issue of detaining people beyond the 48 hours. It is that leads into another disappearance. You get it, eh? So that should not be an issue. Honorable both, what do you think about that? Honorable members, listen, let's solve a problem.
I think, Right Honorable Speaker, I want to agree with you. And I want also to appreciate our senior, Honorable Abudu Katuntu, though he's holding his chin after he has given very valuable prognosis and way forward. However, what needs to be clarified here is if we are to get solutions, we need to get solutions based on correct facts. The issue of human rights is as human as it is. Nobody can ever show any sign of pride, which is actually absence of space for wisdom.
Yes. Yes. Honorable members.
So the issue,
These people are obstructing me.
The issue of pre-trial.
Yes.
I've looked at.
Listen, this is a very important issue. Honorable both.
Yes, and I think that we were making a way forward. In one way or the other, this has to come to an end. How it ends, we can also agree on it here. And we must agree. The General Muhoozi stated that we are alive, we are human. Being a minister does not detach us from the populace.
True.
Being ministers or being in the government does not mean that we are blind to the suffering of other people. So we should not be cast out as we are insensitive, numb, or...
Honorable members, let's listen. I thought you want a solution.
I said to be portrayed so. And you are my junior, you need to listen. 36,000 people, 422 is captured on the page 15 of the Lopez report, which these statistics were given by the government. What is disturbing here is that it says all these are on remand, courtesy of detention without trial.
Yes.
You never get to be remanded if you've not initiated the process of trial. Any basic lawyering skills. Now, if we can, which can be outside here, and I've said it here, we need, I'm Minister of Defense, I'm in the Ministry of Defense, actually even now holding the fort. If I get to know the specific number and the names of people that are with us, or ministers, or CMI, or not in a gazetted place, we can make undertaking to resolve this matter. But those who are in remand, those are people in a legal process. It could be delayed. No. Yes. Okay.
Fast.
Clarification.
Yes.
I think
Why don't
the
you
issue
leave him to
of
finish?
remand is remand. It cannot be that one, and I need the glove to clarify here whether this is what he meant, that the 36,000 people, 422, which government said they are on remand, and these are the people he construes as detention without trial. That basic lawyering skills and knowledge should help us. And let Lob clear. If there are people
let's have Lob.
First of all, I want to thank the Comrade OO for rising to the occasion to speak to this gap. I raised those figures, right, Honourable Speaker, to bring to the attention of the House the extent of the lethargic approach to justice, especially in our criminal justice system. And
you listen to Loeb when he's making
in fact,
clarification.
OO is brilliant enough to know what actually I was referring to. He's only trying to be political. I did state those figures to tell the extent to which our prisons are congested, and part of the congestion is occasioned by person detained without trial. Secondly, he's saying that he's committing to intervene if he gets to know who is in CMI, who is with the ISO. From whom are you trying to know those people with the CMI and ISO? Is it us or you in charge?
No, what he says is going to find out from...
Right, Honourable Speaker, that was not his statement. Let me finalize. And you see, because we are dealing with the evidence, I have laid bare the fact that there is admission of government agencies to the detention of Damulira. Let him respond to Damulira in particular terms as a starting point.
There's a procedural matter.
Honourable Speaker, thank you for allowing me to raise the procedural matter. Honourable Speaker, you are allowing the House to debate on what I would call half information from the Right Honourable Lope. Lope has presented a half of the information and has laid it on table, some other information that would help this House take a decision. Because we have not seen all the information, it would be a disservice to this country and the House to take a decision. And he has tricked this House to provide to demand for unconditional release, which is not in the power of this House, which I don't agree with him. He has provided also for establishment of a Judicial Commission of Inquiry. Commission of Judicial Inquiry cannot go with select committee, and we don't have power to establish a Commission of Inquiry. If we have power to establish the select committee, which select committee can get all the information and presented materials under Article 90 of the Constitution, let it be so that we have a select committee, we process the matter, we come here, take a decision which is informed. Otherwise, we have a half information from the Speaker. Would it be procedurally right for us to have all the information as processed, as presented, so that we take a decision? Thank you.
Honourable members, we will take a decision on whether we will have a committee select, whether human rights or whichever. We'll take a decision at the end of it. We wanted a clarification first from Honourable Bothabo. Since the General said CMI or whichever is under him. So can you give us a clarification and what you think about the specific prayer? Specific prayer.
Right Honourable Speaker, I have understood now what Lope referred to about the delay in trying people and the number that he quoted. And I think that one still falls under Uganda Police. But when we are here, and Uganda prisons, when we are here, and I thought for once that since human rights is as universal as the Catholic Church, I thought we would speak with one voice. That we would not politicize anybody's right, anybody's death. Right Honourable Speaker, now that the right of the Lope, my very good friend, we've never had he has clarified to me, I am devoid of any other doubt that he was referring to those who are in detention, who are on remand, not those in CMI.
So what is the way forward? What is the way forward?